Mistral tells us that the next chapter of AI is ours. But this next chapter doesn't seem to be free. Mistral has just released this new model called as Mistral Saba, which is a custom trained AI model designed to serve specific geographic regions, markets, and customers. Its primary goal is to make AI more accessible and effective for diverse cultures and languages. Having said that, it is targeted mainly at Indian subcontinent, India specifically, and some regions of Middle East. Now, most of that area is underdeveloped or developing, and I'm just wondering how this model is accessible if they have to pay in terms of dollars or euros in order to use this model. If you convert the dollars or euros to Indian rupee or any other Middle Eastern currency, especially I'm not talking about the dinars or dirhams, I'm just talking about the developing areas, then how does this model become accessible and effective for these developing countries? Well, that is my personal opinion. Well, Mistral Saba has been trained on a massive dataset from the Middle East and South Asia, enabling it to grasp the unique nuances and insights of these regions. They have also shared some of the benchmarking information, which I'll talk in a bit. Let's talk a bit more around the training. The training of this model allows the model to provide more accurate and relevant responses than larger general purpose models as per their press release, and I will drop the link to it in video's description where you can read further about it. Now, coming back to this benchmarking information, if you look here, this clearly shows you that in the regional language expertise, this model is performing quite well. Proficiency in Arabic and several Indian origin languages, including Tamil, which is from south of India, the model is doing quite well. Now, having said that, specifically if you focus on Arabic, if you compare it to other models like Llama 3.3 70 billion, and then even Mistral Small, which is quite a good model, and I am specifically very surprised to see Cohere Command 32 billion. I would like to see the comparison with a larger Cohere, but let's, because it's a 24 billion model, so makes sense to compare it with a 32 billion. And if you check out Cohere, um, as compared to Cohere model, this has performed quite well. This Cohere is this in the green, in the darker green one. Now, Cohere is one of the, I would say, good models out there for multilingual translations. I have seen a lot of people and companies using it in their production environment for translation. Unfortunately, I cannot test this because I am not really willing to pay for this model. I believe that if you want to make AI accessible and effective, especially if you're targeting that South Asian market, you need to make it free no matter what. Anyway, that is my personal opinion. I might be totally wrong. So, but look at the benchmarking information, looks pretty cool as compared to Cohere. If you are testing it out, please specifically let me know how you compare it with the Cohere model, especially when it comes to Arabic. Okay, and then if you look here, another benchmark on different MMLU and this Al Khafa, which is a Arabic benchmark, which we already have covered on the channel. This has performed well. Also, as the size is just 24 billion, so you can of course deploy it locally in your enterprise. And I believe you would need to contact Mistral enterprise support in order to get access to it. I think, of course, you would need to go through some processes to get it deployed locally and privately, but you would have to get the weights from them, which I don't have access to. And then they have also tested it out on around speeds of over 150 tokens per second, which is quite decent, I would say. The good thing which I really like about this model is that you can even fine tune further for specific industries. For example, your company is in energy, finance, or healthcare. Maybe, if you are some oil producer or something like that in Middle East, you can just take this model, fine tune it on Arabic or whatever, and then you can go from there. As I said, if you want to deploy it locally for data privacy and security, you can contact Mistral, and I'm not sure what the process is there. Okay, and so there are a lot of use cases and benchmark information. If you have been following my channel, you know that I'm not really keen on these benchmark because they can be biased. I'm not questioning or doubting these benchmarks. I'm just saying generally. So I really like to test the models by myself. Anyway, because look at this diagram. I mean, Cohere is doing pretty low on this benchmark, which is quite surprising for me. GPT-4 Omni is a fabulous model, so no doubt there. Llama 3.370 billion is also quite good, but Cohere is not that bad as this latency is showing me, and I have tested it myself, so I'm very, very surprised that they have got this numbering there. No, sorry. Now, if you're wondering about the use cases, there could be many. Now, before I talk about the use cases, let me introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are AgentBot. AgentBot lets you effortlessly deploy a personalized knowledge bot across platforms like Discord, Slack, and others. It is ideal for open source tech communities and startups that provide user support, and I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Okay, so we were just talking about the use cases here for this model. Look, when it comes to use cases, there could be many. Like you can use it for conversational support, like powering your virtual assistants that engage users in natural, real-time conversation, or domain-specific expertise we already have talked about. And then if you really want a model grounded in the cultural local nuances, especially Middle Eastern and South Asian, maybe check this one out. So, how can you use it if you want to use it? Well, you would need to, of course, buy an API from Mistral's website, which is mistral.ai, of course, and then you can just first install this SDK or software development kit with Mistral with this pip install, and then from there you can just use this code chunk and you can go and use it on your local system quite easily. And of course you would need to replace the model name with the Mistral Saba here. Now having said that, or sorry, let me also quickly show you the model name so that it will be just for the sake of completion. So this is what you need to do. You just need to put this name Mistral-Saba-latest, and then you will put your prompt here and you're all good to go. So this is easily, you can use it in your API if you want to, and of course you would need to set your Mistral API key in your environment, which you can buy from them. So hopefully that was interesting for you. Let me know if you use it, if you intend to use it for any use case. Also, if you're interested in other Mistral models which are free, which you can install locally, and most of them are really, really good, and especially their mixture of expert models are really good and Mistral small. So check them out on my channel. Just search with Mistral and you should be able to find hundreds of models. And I'm not really videos on hundreds of videos on the model. I have really beaten it to hilt with this lot of models there. So check it out. I'm sure you'll find something you're looking for. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps. Thank you for watching.